Okay, guys, you're going to have to hear me out on this one. The Broncos need to be like the Chiefs. Welcome back to the Dot Network. Hope you all have enjoyed a nice couple days or so since the Super Bowl, which may have left you Broncos fans feeling a bit nauseated or a bit uneasy, as well-known rival the Kansas City Chiefs stormed back to take the Lombardi Trophy away from the San Francisco 49ers and potentially starting a dynasty with Patrick Mahomes at the lead. While many Broncos fans may not wish to reminisce back to the 2019 season, which featured things like Joe Flacco, Brandon Allen, injuries, last-second losses, and disappointment, may be the start of hopefully an amazing career of future NFL superstar Drew Lock, or at least we hope so. There may be another reason to look back, focusing on something that people may not expect, on the enemy, the one and only Kansas City Chiefs. In 2019, the Kansas City Chiefs featured a prolific offense which starred Patrick Mahomes, the reigning MVP of the league and now Super Bowl MVP, which we'll never hear the end of now as Broncos fans. Utility running backs in LaShawn McCoy and Damian Williams, a behemoth of a man at tight end in Travis Kelce, speedsters in Tyreek Hill, Mecole Hardman, and Sammy Watkins, and a more or less serviceable offensive line, one that gets the job done. And while the Chiefs' defense is nothing to write home about, it consistently got the job done and was able to keep opposing offenses in check while Mahomes and co. were at work either coming back from or extending leads. Overall, this team was very successful, leading to a 12-4 record and a number 2 seed in the AFC, which led to, of course, wins over the Texans, Titans, and San Francisco 49ers, all in comeback wins en route to a Super Bowl win. So why is this information important? Why do we care? Well, if we look at the team, and we do a side-by-side comparison with the Broncos actually stack up pretty well. Quarterback Drew Lock is able to continue to progress, as he's shown before. He and Mahomes may actually be able to duel for the AFC West year in and year out. Is he as talented? Time will tell. But he has the potential to be something special. At the running back position, Phillip Lindsay is already a much better running back than anything the Chiefs have right now. At tight end, Noah Fant has showed flashes of dominance, even looking better than some of the best tight ends in the league right now in George Kittle and Travis Kelce. While he is clearly not better than those two, he has a size and speed combination that can make him a problem for any defense to match up against. The offensive line for the Broncos is also, like the Chiefs, serviceable. It gets the job done. And you know what? It could get even better as well with potential additions in the future in either free agency or the draft. When we talk about the Broncos offense, we need to talk about Courtland Sutton, who is currently a Pro Bowl wide receiver and is on his way to wide receiver stardom. And with a defense behind him, which is also going to feature now a returning Bradley Chubb and returning Bryce Callahan and other additions that could potentially come in free agency, they're already looking to reestablish their dominance in the league. So what's missing? What are the Broncos missing? It looks like they have everything that they need. Well, as a famous philosopher Ricky Bobby once put,
I want to go fast.
Broncos need speed at the wide receiver position. While Sutton is a great big body wide receiver who can get up there and catch 50-50 balls, another dimension is needed in order to compete with the Chiefs. As I did research for this video, I realized the Broncos match up very well at each position with the exception of one. And if we were to do a side-by-side comparison, Noah Fant is actually faster than Travis Kelce is. Drew Lock is actually faster than Patrick Mahomes is. And while their average running back time 40 times are about the same, Phillip Lindsay is much faster than anything the Chiefs have. So what's the difference? Unfortunately, it's the wide receiver position. The Chiefs have a much faster wide receiver core than the Broncos do right now. If we look at the current Broncos roster, the fastest wide receiver they have that is currently on the roster right now is Fred Brown, who runs a 4.48. Their fastest wide receiver this last year was Deontay Spencer, who ran a 4.27. In reality, he does not have a huge role on the offense and has more in special teams than on the offense. So the Broncos need to get faster on the offensive side of the ball. How can they do this? Let's look at free agency. Going over the potential options, they don't offer a ton of speed at the wide receiver position. AJ Green, Amari Cooper, Randall Cobb, Nelson Aguilar, these guys don't really add that much dimension of speed. The few guys that do may be in demand after seeing what the Chiefs accomplished, and the Broncos I don't think are willing to spend ridiculous amounts of money just to bring in a wide receiver, an unproven wide receiver who may be faster than some of the other guys on the roster. No, what I think the Broncos should do is to go through the draft. The position of wide receiver in the NFL draft this year has been noted to be one of the deepest it's ever been in a long time. And with options such as Laviska Shenault, Jerry Jeudy, Henry Ruggs, Jalen Reagor, CeeDee Lamb, and even guys like T. Higgins or Justin Jefferson, All these guys have potential options, even more later on in the draft as well. So who should the Broncos take at number 15? I'll simplify it. If Jeudy, Ruggs, or Shenault are available, the Broncos need to take them. Each of them is projected to run a sub 440, with Henry Ruggs being the fastest, running a potential 4.25. If CeeDee Lamb is there, he offers another potential option. I think the Broncos should consider him, but he also is not the fastest guy out there in the field. He's more in the mold of a Courtland Sutton, which would be amazing to see, but the Broncos need that dimension of speed. I really think he should be the choice there, but I feel like if either of Jeudy, Ruggs, or Shenault are available, the Broncos need to take them. The Broncos need to add speed to this roster. This dimension of speed is something that is incalculable to an offense. It scares opposing defenses. It allows for other options to open. It allows for Phillip Lindsay to get more rushing lanes. It allows for Courtland Sutton to get open more often. And it allows for other options on the offense to be even more open, such as Noah Fant, or guys getting catching passes out of the backfield. And with the Chiefs currently with where they're at right now, the Broncos need speed. This is how they're going to compete in the AFC West. The Broncos have an amazing defense, but unfortunately, the Chiefs' offense is almost an inevitability. They're going to score. So the Broncos just need to learn how to keep pace with the Chiefs. They don't necessarily need them to limit them to a certain amount of points, but the Broncos need to learn how to score fast on offense so they can match blow for blow with the Chiefs. So that once their defense makes a play and is able to intercept Patrick Mahomes or is able to force a 3 and out, then the Broncos can take advantage and be able to take advantage of that and be able to score and potentially win the game. Overall, do I know this is going to be very difficult for the Broncos to do? Of course. Is it going to happen that the Broncos will overtake the Chiefs for the AFC West next year? Probably not. The Broncos truly desire to compete in the AFC West next year. They need speed. They need guys like Jerry Jeudy, Henry Ruggs, Laviska Shenault. Those guys will help them not only speed-wise, but will be able to add a new dynamic to their offense, which will help them match up with any defense, including the Chiefs, and will help them so that they in the future can compete with the Chiefs for the AFC West title. Guys, that's all the time that I have. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know down in the comments below. What do you guys think? How can the Broncos keep pace with the Chiefs? And be sure to tune in next time on the Dot Network.